Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we got some topics to go through and we're going to be reviewing the Chelsea-Tottenham game. We'll get to that at the end of the video. We're going for 100 likes on this video again, so if you guys could hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. But let's get straight into it. We have H. Grams who's back reporting again, and she says, in order, Chelsea and Liverpool battle for Matheus Nunes. City have bid, but only agreed personal terms with the players. West Ham have bid. If there's a move, Matheus Nunes only wants the Champions League. So let's break it down. Obviously, we don't need to really regard West Ham. By the sounds of it, City have only contacted the player. They haven't taken it any further yet. Chelsea and Liverpool battle for Matheus Nunes. And she said it's in order. So it's between the two of us. I don't know if because she mentioned Chelsea before Liverpool in that sentence, it's Chelsea slightly ahead. I don't know. But let's just say it's even playing for the signature of Matheus Nunes. We saw a report recently, or actually it wasn't even recently, it was weeks ago, that Chelsea had suggested a verbal offer to Sporting, I believe he plays for Matheus Nunes, and that's the last we heard of it really. So clearly the fee isn't quite there. There's other reports from Grimes as well where she's mentioned that if he's going to leave this year, or this summer transfer window, it's going to have to be a very high fee. He's not pushing a move crazily, and Sporting are looking to keep the player. So there's no urgent move for him. The signs are that he would be, a midfield sort of destroyer. If Chelsea maybe can't get Declan Rice, I think he'd probably be the replacement. And Liverpool are after that kind of player as well. So it's currently between us two. City could definitely come in, get him, but given that they've just signed Calvin Phillips, I don't think that is as likely anymore. So Chelsea and Liverpool battling at the moment. I don't think we're going to see much of a movement unless Chelsea go in with a massive bid. I guess it depends on our offloadings in the midfield. If we do end up getting rid of Conor Gallagher, I've got a topic about that just after this one. Or, I don't know, if Kante or Jorginho went, then sure, I think we'd go in for him. But at this point, I don't think we're going to go for it. I think this is maybe one for next year, maybe in January if we've got an injury crisis or something like that. So at the moment, it's looking quite calm, but that's very possible to change. And then she's also come with an update for Frankie de Jong, and she says that his agent is in talks with Man United board. They've reached an agreement, but Frankie de Jong has not greenlit it yet. So basically, the agents agreed on, wages, all that sort of stuff, but Frankie de Jong's still saying he doesn't want to go there. And then it said, Barca hired Pini Zahavi as an intermediary. This is what we've seen mentioned the other day, so this has clarified the details here. To negotiate the deal with Chelsea and to reach an agreement with Frankie de Jong. Once Frankie de Jong says yes, Chelsea will submit their bid. So this has brought a lot of clarity. We've got Pini Zahavi, who's going between both, saying, look, you're going to have to bump it up. They're asking for this, whatever. And then once we reach an agreement with Frankie de Jong, Chelsea will submit their bid to Barcelona, and I assume we've heard that there is a pre-agreement in place, which basically means that we've agreed on a fee, maybe the structure of it and how much is up front versus how much is add-ons and bonuses and all that sort of stuff. That might still need to be worked out, but Chelsea probably have a good idea of how much this is going to cost them. So we're literally just working on getting Frankie de Jong to say he'll make the move, and then we'll submit that bid. Whether that happens, I don't know. I think since the news coming out that his girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure what it is, basically has said like she doesn't want to leave, she's loving life out there. I could imagine that just being a decider for him, right? That's the kind of thing that if your family isn't on board, it's tough to make that move, and I think that will be the catalyst in this, and I don't think Chelsea will end up with him. I could be wrong. If they can, arrange for him to have, I don't know, an amazing house in London or something that's paid by Chelsea, maybe they'd get convinced to the move. But the situation is basically Chelsea, he'd be happy to play for Chelsea. Barca obviously are happy to sell him, but it's just the fact that his family likes Barcelona at the moment, and maybe there's some legal stuff with Barca at the moment as well with those wages. So it's a tough one for us to take because it seems like everything is pretty much there except that last piece of the puzzle. Then we have the Express reporting this, and this was shocking to me. Chelsea interested in £50 million rated Everton star Anthony Gordon with 2 swap deal possibilities. So we'll get to those swap deals in a second. But first of all, 50 million for Anthony Gordon. That might be what Everton want, but that's not what he's worth. I watched quite a bit of Everton over the past few years just to see, especially since Lampard joined, to see how they were going to perform under him because, I'm intrigued in his managerial career process. Gordon definitely a standout player in that team and has got incredible work ethic. The mental side seems strong with him, quite physical. He's a bit scrawny, but you know, he throws his weight around decently. But I don't know if he's a Chelsea caliber player, right? Like, it's not what we're looking for at the moment. I see his style a bit more similar to Kai Havertz. You know, they're both quite technically nice, but maybe don't have that clinical finishing touch that you quite often need. Maybe I'm off on that one, but the two swap deal possibilities, it mentions Michy Batshuayi and Armando Broja, so some of the strikers. Michy I would obviously be fine with going. If we can get Michy going the other way, not that I really want Gordon, but it wouldn't be the worst deal for Chelsea, I suppose. And then Broja, no, I don't want to see that one happen. Broja is a better player than Gordon, in my opinion. So I wouldn't want to see that one happen. Even if we did get a swap deal and it was straight Michy for Anthony Gordon, I'm still not sure I'm happy with that, even though we're not going to use Michy Batshuayi. I mean, I'd rather, I think, just get like 10 million for Michy. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Anthony Gordon would do good in a Chelsea team? I personally don't. Let me know what you think. Then we have news as well from the Express saying Newcastle chief Amanda Staveley talks with Chelsea owner in stands as triple deal is eyed. Now, I don't think there's actually 3 players that they're going to take. There's 3 players that they're interested in. This is just some cheeky wordplay from the article here. But she was at the game the other day. And the players that she's looking for, if we get further down in here, one being Conor Gallagher. Apparently, there's about a £40 million bid, it says here, waiting to go in, so that would be a big one. And then Callum Hudson-Odoi and Broja are the other possibilities there. But the big one being, they're looking to throw their money around and say 40 million for Conor Gallagher, like, we'll take him. And I think that will test Chelsea's resolve on this one, because we obviously want Conor Gallagher, but 40 million is a lot for him. You know, he did well at Palace last year, but maybe he won't develop into what Chelsea think he will. I personally would say, look, we're not strapped for cash at the moment. We can afford to say no to this. And, you know, even if we give it a year, see how he does this year. If he doesn't look great, then I'm sure he'll still be worth 40 or near enough to it. So, not one that Chelsea should be taking, in my opinion. Callum Hudson-Odoi, and was the Armando Broja the other one? Callum maybe I'd consider, just because he doesn't seem to get a look in, but Broja definitely not. I wouldn't be entertaining that one bit. So covering the Chelsea-Tottenham 2-all. Obviously, you know what I'm going to say. The officials in this league are abysmal. The hair pull from Christian Romero, you can see here, VAR, there was a foul in the build-up to the goal anyway for the first goal that they scored. I understand that was a good while backwards, but if that foul was given, they wouldn't have broke down that end of the pitch and scored, so that one also should not have stood. We'll get on the positive notes. Koulibaly with a very nice goal. That was a very technical finish to open the game up. And Reece James, of course, that ball through from Sterling on the break. I think the press was from Mason and Kante, maybe. They did well on it. And a very nice finish from Reece James. The match ratings, I think, you know, Sterling 6.5 was quite quiet, but against, you know, they were basically 10, 11 men behind the ball. It was always going to be a tough game for him. We need more open games for him to do well, but he did get an assist, so that was good from him. Havertz, I thought, was really good. Technical, silky again, really good stuff. Had a very good shot early on that Lloris saved. Mason, very good. Marc Guerreiro, good. Jorginho actually was quite good today, I thought. Kante comes off with a hamstring injury. It looked like that's a sad one, given that we've got Kovacic out as well. So maybe this is Conor Gallagher's time to step up. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, like, almost could be man of the match for me. He was really good today. Reece James, of course, brilliant as well. 7.8 rating. Same for Thiago, and we mentioned Kalidou Koulibaly, another brilliant player. Mendy getting a 6.5, I think is quite harsh. He made a couple decent saves, tipped one over the bar late on, and I don't think anyone deserves any fault for any of the goals, because they should never have happened, and there needs to be more of a conversation. Of course, both managers getting red cards. Like, it kicked off towards the end. Look at the stats, like, the graph here on the left hand side. Tottenham deserved nothing from this game, and Anthony Taylor has gifted it to them, so it is what it is. I'm confident that Chelsea are going to have a good season. Spurs, there was all the talk of Spurs, you know, potentially challenging for the title, Chelsea falling out of the Champions League, all this sort of predictions. I think today proved that that shouldn't be the case. You know, yet again, we've dominated Spurs, who are supposed to be up there challenging Liverpool and City. We look strong, comfortable, created some pretty solid chances. Kai should have buried one. So that game, honestly, should have been a win for Chelsea, and I don't blame us too much for the loss. I look forward now to the next few games. We'll scroll down and see who we've got. The next one being... sorry, that's Tottenham side. We've got Leeds and then Leicester. So 2 games that we should be going out and winning. And I guess just put the game to bed, right? If Kai had scored his chance, that never happens. But at the same time, if the referee did his job, this wouldn't have happened either. So very annoyed by it. But we've got to take the positives and move forward. So let me know what you thought of this one. I'm sure it'll be heated down in the comment section, because Chelsea fans have every right to be angry at this one. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy, leave a like on it. We're going for 100 likes again, so please hit that button, subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll never miss out on a future video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.